One of these days are coming, I'm gonna take that boy's crown. There's a serpent in these still waters, lying deep down. To that king I will bow, at least for now. One of these days are coming, I'm gonna take that boy's crown. 'Cause I am a little wicked. I am, 'cause I am. Hands raised, just like it said. I am a little wicked. No one calls you honey when you're sitting on a throne. I'll be high up in that tower, he'll be down there getting stoned. Beware the patient woman, 'cause this much I know. No one calls you honey when you're sitting on the throne. 'Cause I am a little wicked. Hands raised, just like it said. I am a little wicked. I am a little wicked. I am, yes I am. Hands raised, just like it said. I am a little wicked. No one calls you honey when you're sitting on a throne. No one calls you honey when you're sitting on a throne.
Hello, beautiful people. How you doing?
Hello.
Hello, the other demented Ewok. How are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Oh, we're good. We're full of all the things today. All
Mm,
of the things. All of them. All of them.
yes.
Hello,
Or
hello, hello, everybody. Um, I will do my best to pretend to do YouTubey things now. So, Stars, hello. Stella, hello. Tangeray, hello. Whatever it takes, hello. And that is everybody. And the Griffey, other demented
hello.
Ewok thing person. So yeah, we're just gonna hang and chat for a wee second, and then we'll get into the spaghetti and the meatballs of the entire situation. Um, but I'm very grateful that yous are all here. Um, trying to fit in the crazy YouTube schedule.
Mm,
It is quite a task. Quite a task.
yeah, especially the last 24 hours.
Right?
You can't swing a dead cat without somebody getting doxxed.
I so thought you were going to say a dick there. Uh,
Not today, dear. Maybe next time.
uh, I'm gonna blame Tanga for that. Uh, mainly, um, Tanga and Tits, because I was listening to Circle Jerk again earlier, and there's a whole lot of conversations about the peen, and yeah. Now I'm just programmed that that must be what you're going to say.
Okay,
Per
now my
per
next question.
defer.
Per dever
Per defer. Hello.
sounds like somewhere at the kinky cat when you say it like that.
Right? Meow.
Per dever.
Oh no, right? I can't do that whole kitty noise. There's one person that
Wow.
does it really weird. No, that weird little purring type noise. They do it, yeah, yeah, but a little bit like that. But they do it like 400 times, and once per stream is probably enough. And then when it gets to the like, I would say even max 20th time. By that stage, I'm like, ooh, I'm a wee bit creeped out now. Please stop.
Hmm.
It's kind of weird. Stop it.
Ah.
Stop being strange, yo. Or at least be funny strange. One of the two.
Yeah, let's do some forced laughter. I mean, we never do anything just because. Let's
Nah.
force some laughter.
We have to have a whole script. Has to be planning meetings, writers, producers, directors. We're a very established production. What can we say?
Yeah, it can't just be the fact that we're loony weirdos and we'll rather sit and laugh the whole time at stupid shit than what we sit and bitch about absolutely everybody while giving out the personal information.
I
Fuck.
know. I can't. If I even go there
Yeah.
today, I will lose my entire temper.
Where's Chris? We need to dox her juicy nuts.
Yeah. Hello, Kitty Mason. Hello.
Right, right, Pearl.
I know, right? It's almost like people can just hang and chat without needing to have a full orchestrated plan of who we're going to take down that day. But apparently, for some people, that's normal. But sure, God love them. Bugsy Jerk, hello, lovely. Bubblegum, hello, lovely. And hello to all the lurkers in the back. I'm not quite sure. We know that despite our best hopes, um, there appears to be quite a good signal from the Dominican Republic. So, despite being on holiday, a certain person choosing to be in chat all the time and pop up on the panel here and there, it's just kind of weird to me, especially if you're only there for 4 nights. But sure.
Mm,
What else would you be doing? Why? What else would you be doing?
I don't know. Working on my wee ponytail, perhaps?
Yeah, there's some things that are going to take more than 4 days. I'm telling you that. Definitely a lot more than 4 days. But yes, we've still probably got a few creepers to find their way into the back. And unlike the perp, I'm not going to insult them mercilessly.
You're too
um,
chicken to come up on battle. You're too chicken.
it's funny you should mention that because that will pop up later.
What are you scared? Call the popo, ho.
Right? I mean,
Uh,
and then flip your ever loving shit whenever someone Called the popo. I mean, what? What is that? You kept telling people to call the popo. They called the popo, and then you got angry because they called the popo.
They were just doing as they were told. I mean, come on.
Right? If that was an episode of Judge Judy would read Perp for absolute filth.
Oh,
She'd be
right.
like, "You've made 5 million statements directing people to call the popo. The popo were cold. You're a hoe."
It reminds me of that time when she told Vintage to call her husband, and then was all surprised and butthurt because Vintage did call her husband. You told her to.
Yep,
Do
that
you?
went well. That went very well. Even when certain people get what they want, what they ask for repeatedly, even specifying a time which would be best suitable. Um, and I mean, so the thing is, look, we know that my, despite crazy drinky drink ladies' assessment of my personality, it's usually my compassion for people that gets me into trouble.
Yeah.
And I sort of felt a wee bit of empathy for Mr. Perp during all of that. I'm sure he's just going, "What are you even doing? I want nothing to do with this. The whole reason I let you go and play on the YouTubes is so that I get 5 minutes peace.
Yes.
I don't want to know." I mean, that's not me making a terrible judgment on anyone's marriage. That's just kind of normal. Some alone time is a good thing. Getting your internet people to call your husband is just a wee bit weird. Wee bit weird.
Yeah.
But one of the funniest things ever. This is what happens when, you ask for a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amanda Cox, hello, lovely. How you doing? Oops, I hit myself on the headphones. That's good.
Um,
Gonna.
I mean, just take for example, if somebody goes out and does whatever to me on the YouTubes, do you ever hear me going up on panel and saying, "Well, if you got a problem, then call my other Ewok mate and talk to her about it"? What? She's gonna pick up the phone and say, "Huh? Who the fuck is this? Why the fuck are you calling me?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing, you weirdo?
What does this have to do with me?"
It's almost like when. Oh, no. Yeah, but it just all gets a bit strange. It all gets a little bit strange, and people get a little bit weird, weirder than they originally were, which for some people is a whole lot.
Yeah,
Um, and it leaves us in a very, very strange place indeed, which is odd, very odd. Griffey, I want you to read Pearl's comment there.
that's Spanish. Oh, awesome. That is Soup's phrase. Stella's super smart and she was right on the ball. That means you're embarrassing yourself, go to bed.
Love it. Vete a la cama. I'm trying to
I'm not
imagine
even-
how Soup would say that with her southern accent. That would actually be quite funny. I need that to be a thing.
I
Soup
would
bilingual lessons.
I would put $17 on that just to hear Soup say that in her unique accent.
Right? That would be so funny. Having said that, Soup, well, all of the circle jerks, but Soup, Pearl, Tits, Tanga especially, those four could probably just read me menus and I would find that the most hilarious thing that has ever existed. I would be like,
Same, same,
that's why
definitely same.
that's why when they allowed this little wannabe up on Circle Jerk after months and months of begging and pleading and all the money, all the nuds, all the, signing my soul over. There was just a whole situation. There was an interview. It was a whole thing.
Hmm.
And then they let me up there, but that's why you could hear me cackling. And that is literally the only word I can use for my laughter most of the time when it comes to that because it's just all you hear is like me going.
So how often were you laying down on your mute button?
Not quick enough. I kept trying because god damn it. I mean, otherwise I would be just like, oh, well, I might as well just unplug the mic at this point. I think would be a better option. And some would say, yes, yes, that should have been what you had done. But sorry to be you, really. Hello, Eileen, by the way. We're glad to see you back. Eileen had been off for a wee break doing all the life
Grown up
things
things?
and then came back to find YouTube in this wonderful state that it's in.
Hmm.
Which is always, it never gets better. It's just in a state of constant disrepair.
Yeah, it seems to be getting worse on the daily though.
Right? Sometimes it just gets oh so crazy. Tony, hello, love. How you doing? I'm so glad to see everybody. That's so. Oh, Rosie, hello, lovely. Wee Scottish ma, bite you, wee hen. How you doing?
Okay, I won't say that Scottish thing that makes you go, "Oh
Oh,
God."
you're gonna have to now. Now that you've mentioned it, go on. Off you go. Go on. Go on.
Get loudy.
Once more for the lurkers in the back and the screenshotters.
Get loudy.
Perfect. Perfect. Oh dear. Oh
Yeah, I've been practicing. I've been
dear.
working very hard at it.
It
It
is getting
even
a smidge better. It is. It
it
is.
it even surpassed the "Can you hear me?" or the "G'day, you bastard."
Yeah, that's still one of my favorite phrases ever, and we will be returning to that at some point. Uh, may or may not be today. I'm unsure. I'm unsure how that's currently going to work out. Let's see if I missed anybody else. Rosie, hello, love. How you doing? Eliza, hello, hello. And yes, yes, Eliza, I am entirely with you. Um, to the point that I'm deliberately not going to talk about that right now because, as I said a few minutes ago, if I do, I will lose my entire mind, and that is not a good thing for anyone. Um, so much that needs to be said, but needs to be done with a cool head. And I don't have that right now because I'm so repulsed. by all of it. But hopefully, this little appetizer will get us to that point on a whole other day when we can just dissect the entire thing because, yeah, there's a lot, a whole lot.
A whole lot.
Right, Tangeray? Because you know when it's so fresh, you're just ready to go all the way off. So far off, even your friends would be like, whoa, what's happening? Okay. Um, yeah, it's just sad to be honest. It's not even funny. It's, yeah, but that's again for another day. Another day. Jackie Jude, hello, love. How are you doing? Or Jackie Dude, rather, as you're now forever known in my head. You see, as soon as Griffey said that accidentally, it is now always going to have to be Jackie Dude. I don't know why. I just find it very funny. It's just so silly, and that in itself is glorious to me. So stupid, but very funny. Pollyanna, hello. Okie dokie. Right. Is my stream buffering, or is that YouTube, or is the thing doing a thing, or YouTube is definitely having some technical issues. I thought it was just some of the smaller YouTubers, but haven't had a look around the wider YouTube streets. YouTube does seem to be working a little bit on at least something. God only knows what. And it does seem to be affecting a lot of things like the notifications for things again, um, buffering at times, chat at times. Um, I'm not quite sure why, but something they're doing is definitely having an issue. Uh, Even comments that I've sort of noticed are a wee bit sort of hit and miss. I don't know what they're playing at. Stop it, YouTube. Stop it. Maybe
Nasty,
Susan.
nasty YouTube.
Do you think Susan took away like some sort of wee bit of code when she left the building?
Yeah, possible.
That would make sense, I think.
Very, very possible.
Jackie Dude, what? I'm very practical. I have all the solutions for all the things. Anyone else? Anyone else need my technical assistance? So, let's get started. Okay, so despite my cunning plan of doing the KRISS expose, it seems like life was entirely working against me at the time, or it certainly felt like it. Um, and it just wasn't quite working out. But here we are today, dearly beloved, to expose the KRISS in all of her terrible, terrible comments. See, what happened was on the 15th of February, the perp did a stream called True Crime and the People Who Are Out to Get You.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a fun, happy time, right? You know that fun, safe
Happy
place,
place.
happy place. I forgot about the happy. Forgot it. God damn it. Sorry for the GD slip. Sorry about that, folks. I'm trying to keep those under wraps. Uh, but yes, the fun, safe, happy place has completely disappeared. It's so far in the weeds at this point that it will never be found. So yes, 15th of February, dramatic reveal about all of these people who were out to get someone. As it turns out, she was referring to an entirely different creator who had done a stream, and the reason that it was so pressing to the perp and her team of screenshotters was that KRISS had the audacity to go in there and chat. And as we're going to see this evening, I am going to show you all of the terrible things that KRISS said. All of them, ad nauseum. Because unlike Perp, we're not going to do that whole straw man argument of let me tell you part of a thing. Anyone that knows me knows that I am an absolute devil for giving you the entirety of the situation, all of the things. That's why I choose not to open my mouth terribly often, or I'm very selective who I do share things with. It's interesting to me that this discovery was made and such a dramatic retelling of events happened. So, this is the channel in question. We have True Crime with Eve. Now, for anyone that has been around for a little bit, you will know that Eve has covered many cases, but there are probably two key cases that she has been covering for the longest time, and that is Summer Wells and Monkey Vaughan. Now, despite the greatest hopes of the team, the screenshot team, this is to try to show what these terrible actions were. So here we have True Crime with Eve. And if I get the thing to play, that'll be amazing. Okay, so hopefully this should flick from one to the next, to the next, to the next as we go along. As you can see, we have a nice little screenshot of her main page that shows that she covers all the cases. Athena Brownfield, Brian Koberger, Haley Cummings, Lena Kale, another Poor little girl that suffered some great tragedy, Athena Strand. There's a lot. She covers a lot of cases. It's not just what some people would have you to believe, another hate channel that is purely existing to make certain people's lives a misery. Again, here we have more screenshots. We have Quentin Simon, Michael Vaughan, Harmony Montgomery. She does such a range of content. Now, this is where I will issue my disclaimers as well. Eve has no idea I am doing this stream. I have not talked to her ever. um, I have watched her content for a long time because once you're invested in a case, you try to get all of the information you can, not just information from the people you like. It's important that you get it from all sources because we don't know if we're going to hear something that could be the missing piece to solving the puzzle, if you like. So, although I don't go in and chat in a lot of places, because quite frankly, if I did, I would need to be on YouTube 24/7. And I have that annoying thing called, a life and responsibilities and things. I have to do stuff. So I can't do that. But I do catch up. So I have watched it all. So I was intrigued to find out what this terrible, terrible situation was. The reason that I'm showing you all of these screenshots is that a certain creator by the name of Purple Phoenix would have you believe that True Crime with Eve only does content to either cause harm to Michael Vaughan's case, to cause harm to his family, or to cause harm to Purple. As you can see from the screenshots, none of those are drag streams. None of those are reading people for filth. And yet, that is the interpretation that she has. So here we have a screenshot of Eve's most recent live. And let me pause this when I find the button. So Eve had done a live stream, which, as it turns out, had been 11 days at the time of Purple recording. Technically, the 3rd of February, as it's time stamped on YouTube. About Summer Wells and Michael Vaughan. A little over an hour. More or less, the first 36 minutes of it are spent talking mostly about Summer Wells. And then from 37 minutes until the end, which is about an hour, 7 minutes or so, mostly about Michael Vaughan. There are some overlaps between the two cases, because again, If you have any interest at all in these cases, there are parallels. And quite frankly, you would need to be very close-minded not to be interested in those parallels. Even Fruitland PD investigated the parallels between Michael Vaughan's case and others. As you can see from my next little screenshot, Eve has done the thing that I love the most when people are showing an informational video and broken it down into time-stamped sections. I love that. That makes my entire soul happy. Especially once you get into the more technical things, such as, covering trials or investigation reports or forensic reports, any of it. But on this occasion, she has split it down into sections covering Summer Wells, brothers being removed from the home, Michael's siblings and past lives, Don Wells' latest interview, as you can see, these aren't terribly long sections either. It's not like there would be an awful lot of time to be dragging someone for filth during this. DCS and the Wells rights. Wells, no evidence. And then clarifying the article on the Neil interview. Okay, so is everybody with me so far? I haven't even checked. I'm not even looking. I'm doing my teacher bit where I'm just like, here's the thing. Okay, are we with it? Now, in this, you will see that there's a lot of screenshots of the chat because that was the problem here apparently. The problem was that KRISS, who had previously been friends with Purple Phoenix and mother of missing child, Michael Vaughan, which is Brandy Neal. So Purple found it very objectionable that KRISS was saying terrible things, just terrible things about Brandy Neal. So we're going to look at them and you can let me know how disgraceful you find KRISS's behaviour. I've screenshotted the chat, general idea to show you where the time is in the video, and as you will be able to see from the next screenshot after every one, it shows you the timestamp of when the comments were made. So, in this entire just over an hour long video, there's a couple of interesting things to note. And one would be that KRISS doesn't make an appearance for 31 minutes into the video. So she must have fitted in an awful lot of terrible comments into 30 minutes, which is quite amazing, really. Quite amazing. So let's have a look at KRISS and her terrible comments. So as you can see, case updates, Michael Vaughan and Summer Wells, and the creator is True Crime with Eve, and the timestamp of the screenshots, we're starting around the 29th minute. If you go and look for that video. It's still up. I downloaded it that day. I downloaded the chat and I compared them both with what is there today. There is no difference. But a certain creator would have you believe that KRISS was making terrible comments about Brandy Neal and Michael Vaughan and their family members. So let's have a little look-see. Like I say, we're nearly at the end of the Summer Wells section of Eve's video. Okay, so the reason I've screenshot this first image is to show you that one of the first perpetrators of terrible behavior in this video are those evildoers called Circle Jerk. We all know that despite them being 10 individual persons, they all manage to somehow collate a hive mind and type as one person. So that's pretty amazing. I find that fascinating every time that I see Circle Jerk talk in a chat. Usually, in fact, pretty much always. Because obviously, unlike some, I can't guarantee it unless I was right there beside her. But that is Lolita typing. Lolita using the Circle Jerk account. Because it's her channel. She is the channel holder. And here we have Circle Jerk making the terrible comment about the Summer Wells case in that the DCS case spills into Summers case. 100. This is why I believe that LE knows exactly what happened, but they don't have enough proof to make their move yet. And then she says, I'd bet my 401k on it. Ellie knows. That's why they've been so quiet. When Ellie is quiet, it's because they don't need help from the public. And that's at 29 minutes 38. Okay? So the first offender being Circle Jerk. Terrible, terrible behavior. And again, the main screenshot so you can see that nothing has been altered, because unlike some people, I'm not going to straw man my way through this. I'm going to show you the entirety of where this chat came from, not just a couple of random screenshots. It is important on this occasion, and you will see why. I don't understand why it's being misrepresented so easily. So as you can see, we are just underneath Circle Jerk's comments, and at 31:21, KRISS says, at Circle Jerk, I agree. Now, that is about Summer's case, about KRISS's opinion on Summer's case, and her agreeing with Circle Jerk. Nothing to do with Michael, nothing to do with Brandy Neal, nothing to do with Purple. And that will be a recurring theme. So now that we're up to around the 32nd minute of this, just over an hour long video, and at 38 minutes, we have KRISS saying Sometimes I feel bad for him. We all know he is not educated, so he doesn't have the words to describe what he really feels. It comes out in a complete mess of an interview. Again, 3820. Sorry, but I started feeling bad for him when Doug pulled that BS and got him caught. DD, which I'm assuming is drunk driving, and when he lost his job. Again, I think most people would be able to muster the humanity within themselves, no matter whether you support the Wells or not, no matter what you believe about them personally. But to see any parent of a missing child and multiple others lose custody of the minor children, then go to jail, all tied up in the case of their missing daughter and a lifetime of addiction. Not just as simple as whether you like these people or whether you don't. I think most people could understand that. Am I far off the mark there, Griffey? You pulling a purple? Have you gone for a sleep?
No, I haven't. I just wanted to make sure I'm not echoing. No, I'd say you're right on it. I don't agree at all. I don't disagree at all.
Good, good.
Sorry, I was afraid that I might start a hell of an echo on here, so I just muted out. But no, I won't be pulling a purple on you or having a weird emergency situation that conveniently comes into place.
No, I think we should be all right on this one because there is technically no audio apart from it's just
Okay, good.
screenshots and stuff. I keep hitting where it shows me the play button on the screen of
You want to press the play?
I'm technically pressing play, but it's in completely the wrong place. So then I constantly have the battle with myself of why is that not working? Why is it not? Oh, you're doing it in the wrong place again, wait. Oh. And here we have at 41 minutes, Chris asking Marlena a question because Marlena was talking about when Don Wells had appeared on the lab. Again, Perp apparently is good friends with the lab, or she claims to be. She claims to watch the content, claims to be interested in Summer Wells' case, claims a lot of things, to be honest. And yet, in all the screenshots that were sent, all of the things that she watched, that wouldn't have been one either. So Chris was asking Marlena at 41 minutes, 13 seconds, where did that happen at, Marlena? Marlena Cantu replies, at Chris the lab. Shocking. I know, right? This is edge of your seat stuff. I'm sure you can barely contain yourselves. As you can see, all of the comments on the screen. There's not one that is dragging any of the family members They have opinions about things, but they're not hateful by any means. We've all seen worse. Funnily enough, usually in Purple's chat. So here we are at 41:46, and we have Jeep Girl in the chat also. And then underneath that, Chris is replying to at Superior Dreams, who has just entered the chat. Then at 43 minutes 54 seconds, Chris is talking about Dawn Wells again. So we're 43 minutes into this video. Has anyone seen the hateful comments yet? Is anyone still there? Are they all needing smelling salts to bring themselves around from the shock and appalling behaviour that we can see on the screen?
That is a question of the ages. Because for some, smelling salts are always needed.
Right.
Hmm.
Usually if you see a bra strap. So at 43:54, Chris says, before Don went to jail, he said on YouTube, where Ellie and CPS watches, that he was sneaking and talking to the boys about Summer. That is definitely another reason he can't see or talk to them. Again, if you've followed Summer's case, you'd be aware of that. Marlena had also warned Chris in the chat just before that she should prepare herself for feeling possibly a little bit irritated, and that she may feel the need to throw her phone watching Dawn have a conversation with the lab. Um, Many people had that interpretation. So again, nothing hateful, nothing terrible, nothing directed at Brandy Neal, nothing about Michael Vaughan, nothing about the family members. We're still talking about the Wells, despite the fact that, as you can see on the screen, Eve had already started to move the conversation onto Michael Vaughan, but we know that the chat sort of runs a little bit behind usually, and people coming in and sharing their thoughts. So Chris replies to Marlena, "Ah, thanks for the heads up, Marlena," and that's at 44 minutes 18 seconds. 45 minutes 36 seconds at Jeep Girl. I normally put in my earpods and listen while I clean. I don't have time to chat all day every day. Oh, goodness gracious me. I was just agreeing with you because Jeep Girl had made the comment about some people being on YouTube all day. Again, an observation that many of us have made about various different people from time to time. Some definitely fill their entire day with YouTube and still manage to come away with zero information, which is kind of amazing, really.
Some for several hours, several times a day.
But that's just because they break their videos up into different sections. How dare you? How dare you, other demented Eva? So rude. So we have Chris at 48 minutes and 3 seconds being so disgusting as to say hello to Constant Sue, because she is in the chat, so apparently that's a terrible thing now too. At 48 minutes 29 seconds at Jeep Girl. Oh, you're not joking. And again, because they're talking about the people being on YouTube all day. If someone was so shocked and appalled by this video, you'd think they would take the time to go through it. That's why I'm doing it minute by minute. Remember when we had that conversation earlier when I said I will tell you all about the thing? I will tell you all about it, not just the bits you want to know or the bits that suit my argument. All of it, whether good or bad, as Griffey knows very well.
Very well.
While this is going, I'm relying on you, Griffey, to keep an eye on chat. If anybody's confused at what I'm saying or if I'm confusing anyone, give me a shout.
Okie dokie. I'll be your Heidi.
Good God. That's it. We're finished, everybody. Everybody leave. That's it. We're done. Goodbye. Goodbye. Farewell.
I got all the screenshots. They were sent to me.
Even
I think
better, a little Ewok person putting them into a handy dandy video with timestamps and everything.
I think I need to call my lawyer.
They're very busy. They're still watching Queen OG's video from before Christmas. I'm pretty sure at this point that lawyer could repeat the entire thing word for word, but sure,
Mhm.
that's neither here nor there.
Verbatim with the pauses for dramatic effect.
Right? All of it. The easiest money they've ever made. I can promise you that. Um, so now we're up to 50 minutes, 44 seconds. Chris says, at Jeep Girl, it is absolutely disgusting. It's terrible to see what someone sitting in chat will listen to. Open parentheses, a specific person, close parentheses. Now, again, I'm not trying to hide any information, unlike certain people. I think most of us who are aware of Purple or True Crime with Eve or Summer Wells' case or Michael Vaughan's case or Chris or any of the mixture therein, and even if you don't, it would be quite clear from what I have said so far that Chris is referring to a specific person in this case. Now, she doesn't say whom. Is there a name there, Griffey, that I don't see in that statement?
No, there's no name there, but it's obvious who the specific person is.
Well, again, because the devil is in the details,
Hmm.
it wasn't
But
written down. But if you were
yeah,
to guess, if you were to make an assumption, what would you suppose Chris would be referring to at that moment?
well, knowing me, I would be thinking that she's referring to all the stuff and things that happens in Purple's chat, and it's sad seeing Brandy sitting there supporting that. But again, that is the one thing that is so broad about the generalization of something. Because what
Yeah.
I would perceive as, I think this is what she meant, somebody else might think something completely different.
literally, that is the hazard of written communication. Unless someone explicitly uses the words to communicate the information, you are just making a supposition. Sometimes that's easier, sometimes other signifying comments are made, but in this case it was left very general. But recent events would lead me to believe, again, and just like Eve, I haven't had a little heart to heart with KRISS either. I hate to break it to you, Parp, but some of us don't need to spend all day on the phone with other people in order to figure out the most basic of information. Some of us can figure it out for ourselves. Jeep Girl replies to KRISS. At KRISS, it sure is. As well as follow and voluntarily give cash apps to, as well as sending Venmo. So we're pretty sure by that it would be a creator of some sort sitting in a chat, people sitting in a chat listening to a creator. Not too many parents of missing people in general happen to be on YouTube. So you don't need to be a master of deduction to figure out that it would be pointed towards certain situations. But again, because Eve's stream covered both Summer Wells and Michael Vaughan, it's quite a wide ranging comment because it could include Dawn and Candace Wells and the chats that they choose to go to, or it could include Brandy Neal and the chats that she chooses to go to. Again, it doesn't take a Sherlock Holmes to figure that out. Tape Girl at 53 minutes and 17 seconds says hashtag Michael Vaughan. 54 minutes, 13 seconds, weasels for hashtag Michael Vaughan. The weasels for hashtag Michael Vaughan comment is in reference to a situation that occurs on Twitter. I am not part of it. There's a whole reason why that occurred, but that is not my subject of investigation here today. I'm merely reading the completion of the chat so that everybody is up to speed. Then, at 55 minutes and 13 seconds, we're getting there, folks. KRISS says, my heart breaks for the whole family. No one should ever have to go through this. The only issue I have with Brandy is her sitting in chat, supporting bullying, lies, and going real life on innocent people. So this time we have a name. We're 55 minutes into this entire stream, and Brandy has just been mentioned by KRISS. So obviously the juicy comments where KRISS was dragging Brandy must be to come, right? those terrible comments that she was making, all the awful things that she was doing to Brandy Neal.
Oh,
That's
yes. It was completely, completely despicable. Oh, there we go.
And when Griffey says that, let me just clarify for the screenshot team. Most people have empathy for Brandy Neal. Now, whether I would be able to say that most people support Brandy Neal or not, that would be a very sweeping generalization. I have not done a poll. I am not a market research team. I haven't sent out a questionnaire. But it would seem to be that the majority of true crime creators are generally supportive of Brandy Neal and the efforts she is trying to make to find her child, as well as the efforts she is trying to make to have some semblance of a normal life for her other children. But Chris's heart breaks for the whole family. No one should ever have to go through this. The only issue I have with Brandy is her sitting in chat, supporting bullying, lies, and going real life on innocent people. Okay, I'm not going to over explain my opinion on what Chris has said there. I would suggest it's fairly self explanatory, but this statement will come up again later. Oops. And then at 55 minutes 44 seconds, Chris says, which one? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And that's in reference to the fact that Eve at that moment was talking about a teddy bear that was on the recent interview with Brandy Neal, the footage of that, and she had questions about the bear. As you can see, there are people commenting. 56 minutes 22 seconds. The monkey that was knitted, Purple's sister, made all the kids one. Okay, but that's not the bear that was in the footage. It was just a statement of fact. Not disparaging, not supportive, not destructive, just a statement of fact. The Purple Sister made all the children a knitted teddy bear. True Crime with Eve says that she wants to know about the one that was on the footage, which is the one with the ribbons that PD had signed. Chris says at 57 minutes and 9 seconds, oh, I don't know about that one. Again, we're talking about the bear, the teddy bear. Chris doesn't know anything about it. Are we all shocked and appalled yet? Everybody's world being rocked? Good.
we're still gasping for breath. It's just unthinkable.
It really is. And despite this being about Chris and True Crime with Eve and Brandy Neal, I did consider going through the chat and blurring out the names of who made the comments that weren't Chris's comments. But it is important that everybody has context of who said what and when it was said. Because this video wasn't terribly long. So there was nothing after that until 1 minute 18, sorry, 1 hour, 18 minutes and
Mhm.
5 seconds. Getting there. And Chris says, "Who is Tina?" And that is in reference to something else that was said in the chat. However, that was at the very end of the live stream. So let me correct myself just to make Purple happy. That I said the video was just over an hour and 18 minutes. So, from all of those comments, can somebody please tell me the one that shocked and appalled you the most that Chris made so that we can drag that girl for absolute filth from here to Kingdom Come so that she never takes a piece of spaghetti ever again without thinking of this moment? I haven't even been looking at chat. Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Right, Tangeray?
So yeah,
Hello,
no.
September. Hello, Pooh.
I am trying very, very, very hard to find something to put her in front of a firing squad for, but unfortunately, I can't.
Well, funny you should say that because some other people had a very, very different interpretation of that. Not from the interpretation of the things that I have read. So let's take a little look see, shall we? And yes, Dixie Enormous. Your name is perfect for this comment. But your name is perfect for everything, to be honest. But yes. Um Sometimes Kinky Chris likes a good dragging for the fun of it. Well, everybody, we are going to drag her so badly that she will never forget today. Never. And quite frankly, I hope that the screenshot team have taken all of this in because apparently they couldn't get them the first time. Apparently, it was just a little bit too tricky for them to get the screenshots. That a technological idiot like myself was able to do it, get every single comment that Chris made and the people that she was replying to. And when she said it, and put them together to show The entire thing. So sorry for making you sit through that, everyone. I'm pretty sure had I just shown Eve's video, you would all be with me anyway, but there's a whole reason I had to do it that way, and I hope you understand.
Sometimes we need to get our crayons out and draw the pretty picture.
Well, apparently basic English is lost on certain people, so we have to go back to dick pics and literally communicate through interpretive dance at this point, because quite frankly, how you could read that and somehow interpret any of that as an attack. And let me just add to clarify, I've listened to that entire stream by Eve multiple times. You can all go and listen to it on your own, and I encourage you to do so so you can see it, to see that I showed you the whole thing, all of the comments that Chris made. Eve was not disparaging towards the family either. There are some issues that she has with who is supporting them and the information that is being shared. But again, we've all, for the most part, been around these YouTube streets for more than a hot minute. Some a lot longer than others. And Heidi, I did not come up the river Lagan in a bubble. And yes, you can Google that. You have my full permission, Heidi. You're welcome, darling. You're welcome.
Well, she's on vacation now. I bet she has a week to search that.
Well, it'll take them a wee bit. But to mischaracterize something that other people can go and find so easily is beyond ridiculous. So, that was on the 3rd of February. Recorded on the 3rd of February. You can go and find it. And that little handy dandy link will hopefully be in the chat. My team, who are not a team of numpties,
Yes.
have the link. My team, who are more than capable, will even give you the link to the actual video, so you don't even need to go and search for it. Isn't that handy?
Yes.
um, so while I'm getting the next video ready, Griffey,
Mm-hmm.
if you would like to take over for a little minute. I'm
Okie
not going to
dokie.
pretend that I have an emergency that's just cropped up. I'm not going to go off and have a little sleep for an hour while I play someone else's stream. I'm just getting everything together, but Griffey's going to take over doing all the talky things.
And the stuff and the things and planning the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful punishment for Chris.
Right? You can detail it out to everyone. You can give everyone a task. We might as well get chat involved at this point, because everyone, they're all furious. I don't even need to read the chat to know, feel the rage that is coming from everyone. Frank can barely believe himself, the betrayal that he is seeing that is just oozing out of Chris's fingers onto the screen.
Yeah.
Pooh is going to have to make 48 different videos.
Mm-hmm. Pooh's going to
showing,
be extremely busy.
right? There's going to be poo everywhere.
Yeah, we'll be covered in wee and poo and
Hey.
oh, and Chris's new fragrance. Well,
And
that's after we've done punishing her.
we take that very seriously around my neck of the woods, you know. Chris, are you suitably ashamed of yourself yet? Are you ready for the big unveiling of your last set of information?
Get on your knees, Chris. Get on your knees so that you can be stoned by the district.
Now, before I play this next little video, just to stop us all from losing the will to live,
Mhm.
I did consider compiling all of Chris's nuds that she has been sending me for
Mhm.
the longest time now. It's embarrassing to be honest, but you know, God love her. She's doing her best.
Yeah, she gave us
Um,
quite a look see, didn't she?
hey, uh, but keep keep it brought to mind when I had heard the whole stream from Purple, which we're going to listen to part of in a wee minute. But it put this in my mind, so just so that you are all on the same demented level as myself and Griffey, I want you all to hear this. So this is only for about 30 seconds, Griffey. You will need to mute probably.
Okie dokie.
Balls. Thank you, Pooh. I am glad that you said something, because otherwise I would have been like, why is everybody not laughing? And now I've ruined my own joke. God darn it. Right, so I'm going to have to hide that. Let's try it again. You're sacked, Griffey. We're going to send you for a disciplinary meeting after we've dragged Chris. We can't get rid of you before that. We kind of need you for the cleanup exercise.
That's okay. I'll join Chris's research team and we will enact our revenge. We'll be exposing all the wee nuds that is available on all the Google Drives on Earth.
Nuts for everyone.
Yes.
Okie dokie. So now that I've ruined my own joke,
You haven't ruined it.
I did. It was hilarious too. Well,
It will still be hilarious. I see
the,
where you were going.
the
So,
first 48 times. So let's try again, everybody.
Nope.
What the I can hear it. I can hear it. Why can't you hear it?
I don't know.
I'm gonna right, I'm gonna possibly stab myself in the arm with a fork, but that's neither here nor there. Because I'm not quite sure how to fix that because it says I was sharing sound. It said I was doing it and I can hear it, but obviously you guys can't hear it, which is a problem. God damn it. Right, Griffey, it's up to you to sing it now instead.
What's the matter, you? Hey,
Hey!
got no respect.
What do you think
Why?
you do? Hey!
Hey.
Why you looking so sad? Hey! It's a
It's a
nice.
not so bad. It's a nicer place. Ah, shut up in your face.
Everybody in the chat sing. Come on, Griffey, keep another chorus. Come on now.
Um, when I was a boy, just about the eighth grade, Mama used to say, and I can't fucking remember the rest.
That'll do. That was priceless. uh, right. Let me see.
Yeah, I agree with Pollyanna. Next, you'll be Italian.
I know. Can you tell my Irish accent translates so well into Italian? It's kind of
That's a
unbelievable,
spice meatball.
really.
Pearl is like, I hate how much I know the lyrics.
Right? And now that it's in your head, Pearl, it will be there for days. A little bit like the cat song. It's
Yes,
almost like that's why I do these things.
I so hate you for that, by the way.
Everybody
That freaking
loves the cat song,
that
Griffey. What are you
that
talking about?
that freaking cat song has been stuck in my head for a week. I am not able to concentrate on anything else.
Are you holding on to someone's fur?
Well, Stella, as if she starts singing it again.
Stella's gonna punch you in the head.
Oh, Stella, shut up! Dude, she's sitting here next to me going, "Hold on to my fur, I like it." Grr.
When Italians are talking meatballs.
Yes.
Officer Dangle, good evening, sir. I see you reporting for duty. It's good to have you. I didn't know you were there.
Hey,
Jody Ann, hello, lovely.
I know that song too.
J. Marie, hello, lovely. Italian girl, hello, hello, hello. We is Jamaican, good God. I hate you, Tangeray. I mean, you're accurate, but. Officer Dangle, would you like to give us a little helicopter style blessing over the chat just to get Chris in the mood for part two of her her dragging across the YouTube streets? I'm gonna let Griffey uh, talk for a wee minute. I need to go and get a drink of water real quick. It'll only be a
Okie
wee
dokie.
second. Unlike some people, I won't be an hour and a half. So there's that. That might actually be a bad thing, I suppose.
Yeah, especially if you leave me on here, I might just go full
Oh,
on
good
hiding.
God. Run, everybody, save yourself.
So, are we going to start singing Italian songs until we like wets herself laughing while she's getting her water? Hello, Queen Nessie. Right, Tangeray. Yeah, we got full on confessions going on in this chat. This live stream is lit, yo. Chock full of information and factual things. You see, Dixie Normus, trouble does come in triplets, doesn't it? And you know, ah, Eliza, you have no idea how I wish I could put that on stream right now. Just put it across the screen for her when she comes back.
This is why we can't give you control of things, Chris. Because I know exactly how she would stitch me up. It would be a terrible situation.
Happy
And
birthday,
look,
we.
what is even happening here? We're meant to be dragging Chris. We haven't got time for a birthday party. Come on now. And yes, if you send me a $17 gift for my birthday to
Three.
Griffy83 at gmail.com. Uh,
I
what's on the
promise
PayPal?
not to dox you.
She promises not to dox you. But you can also hit up my very exciting Cash App, which is, I can't remember.
It's
Yeah,
# we frosty Ewok.
it's very complicated. Um, and with a whole $17, I could invest in future Chris Nuds whenever she recovers from this emotional beating. I'm sure there would be a joy to behold. Right, let's see if I can do this without screwing it up this time.
What's the matter, you? Hey!
You're welcome. You're
Thank
welcome.
goodness that song is stuck in my head now because if I had to go another week with that cat thing, I would book myself into a place that gives me a huggy jacket that's glittery. Might as
Ellie,
well turn
don't you
around and call,
start.
call
Sorry.
myself a glitter ninja in a huggy jacket.
You might as well just go the whole hog at this point.
Yeah.
So, yes, the first part of our stream, getting back to business, because everybody has
Hmm.
shit to do, was covering the atrocity that happened on the 3rd of February. And here we were on the 15th of February, as according to the timestamp on the YouTubes that you can go and find. It's very easy for Purple to do a whole stream called True Crime and the People Who Are Out to Get You. Dun dun dun. I'm sure you're all on tenterhooks.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm quaking in my little space boots.
Now, in order to comply with terms and services and to entirely fuck up Purple's plan of doing a copyright claim on anything that I do in order to get my identifying information. I'm not that fucking stupid, yo. So, this following video is covered under the fair use
And a
section
piranha.
of the Copyright Act. And to comply with terms and services, I have altered the video and altered the audio. So it is a, let me see, what's the word? Transformative work, right? Right, that's the one. Um, so yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. That'll be adorable.
That's a
Adorable.
remarkable resemblance, though.
Well, as you'll be able to hear from the joyous terms that are about to come out of a certain person's mouth, I felt it was fitting. I felt it encapsulated the entire situation.
And the fish even glitters. Hmm,
Sparkly.
sparkly.
Right. Let me know if you can hear this. If we can't hear this, I may cry, and then Chris is in serious trouble. Okay.
No sound, we.
In that time I'm muted talking away to you. I mean, that's just brilliant. That is well done, me. I don't know why that is. Why is there no sound? And don't say I don't know, because that's not helpful.
I do know, I just don't want to tell you. I don't know.
Well, that's not helpful.
um, hmm.
I really don't understand. If everybody could just amuse themselves by throwing last week's old pasta at Chris in the chat while I try to fix this.
Hey,
Oh,
Jesse Bennett. Is anyone else reminded of the Queen Mother? Yeah, I wanted to say that too, Pearl. That would be right on point, Amanda Cox. Did I? Oh, yeah. I just Needed to remind myself if I drop the link, because we want to be courteous and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, let's promote the channel. It's so awesome. Oh, what's that thing she does? Ugh.
It's delicate, very ladylike.
You know,
You know.
I mean, come on, guys.
But do you
You
know
know, do I know what?
anything really?
No, but at least I'm adult enough to admit it.
Right, I'm gonna try it this way, but this is the echo
Okay,
way. So we'll have
okay.
to try and skip back and forth and see if this works. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna send the computer out
The door.
out into space. Officer Dangle will spend the rest of his career looking for it. Chris will spend the rest of her time in prison searching for it and making new computers.
And Heidi's lawyer will be waiting for whoever retrieves the laptop to bring it to him.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Hmm.
Right. Ooh, I hate that. Okay, so let's see. Is it going to show up on the screen? Perfect. Right, let's try this and hope for the best. Please, everyone, say a prayer to all of the mozzarella and the baby cheeses because apparently I need all the help I can get today. Thank you.
It is Wednesday, hump day. The boy is off to school. So here we are. Now, the title of our live today is True Crime and the People Who Are Out to Get You. Now, the reason why that title is there is because last night we learned of a few people talking shit, basically, to Brandy and about Brandy. So we're going to discuss that. But first, let's say our good mornings, and then we will get into it, guys. All right, we've got Becky and Amanda and Kristen and Sassy and Charlotte's Webbing, CJ Mack, Kristen R, Kendra, Crystal's Place, um, Mrs. T, Wendy, Unseen, Cool Gamer, Love to Love God, Alicia, Widow, um, Smiley Dawn, and Heidi, and to everybody in the back who was too shy to say hi. Good morning. Oh, and then there's Shell. Okay, so last night, if you caught the live, I know it was kind of late, but
Okie dokie. So, thank God that we can hear that. For the introduction of Purple's video, you can hear her say about the terrible things that were said about Brandy. Now, we've been through the entire video. No one was saying terrible things about Brandy. Chris mentioned Brandy once, and again, that comment was handily provided by the handy dandy screenshot team. So let's take a little listen. Now, another little trial run. If I leave my mic on while this is playing, let's have a little practice and see if I echo.
I had the baby monster, and she didn't want to cooperate. So we had to wait till the mama got home, and
This is all
before I
fascinating,
could
by
get
the way.
on.
Fascinating.
But right before we were getting off, we learned that Chris has been saying negative things about Brandy,
Negative, I tell you. Negative.
about Monkey's
Thank you,
mom.
Eliza. Thank you,
So I thought we'd take
Griffey.
this morning. I know it's not a true crime case, but it kind of it falls in the true crime category. So that's why I figured we would discuss it this morning. Um,
True crime, she says. True crime.
Chris claimed to, care so much and wanted to be there and wanted to help and, but now she is saying negative things about Brandy.
Negative. Negative
She
things about
is
Brandy.
did a complete 360
A complete
and now she is on that channel.
360. Now, can I ask the class if someone does, Officer Dangle, you'll be able to adjudicate this information. If someone does a 360, can you tell me how that works out for them, Officer Dangle? From their starting point, where are they facing at the end of their 360? Anybody know? Excellent. Well, I'm so proud of you all right now. I'm so proud of you. Yes, exactly where the fuck you were in the first place. Yes, Sue. Full circle as well. Oh, where did I'm hallucinating. Officer Jangle said full circle. I'm doing a whole situation. Um yes. If they had a drinky drink, they would be standing on their head. And quite right, Fluffy Nuts. It's not a 180. But apparently, Purple has said Chris did an, a total 360 and was saying all of these terrible things about Brandy. So, by that, does she mean that Chris was saying terrible things about Brandy before the end of their friendship? The Purple ended on live stream, by the way, in quite spectacular fashion. And when I say spectacular, I mean utter gutter trash fashion. Um, I'm not sure where Purple gets this information. Oh, hold on a minute. I do. I know exactly where. It's the team, the handy dandy team of screenshotters that go from chat to chat. And we'll hear more about them later. But Chris has pulled a full 360 on Brandy Neal. So, yes, she still supports Brandy Neal. The only thing she said was her only problem with Brandy was that she is in a chat where there is bullying and people going real life. Now, just to help Purple along, because god damn it, our lives are whizzing past us, Thankfully, most of us are facing the same direction we were when we came in. And purple seems to be a wee bit lost already. We haven't even got started. So yes, and September is with me. Um, there's a whole reason for these beautiful images on the screen. I hope you get where I'm coming from.
That has still to this day said Brandy and Tyler had something to do with Monkey's disappearance. Over there talking mad crap with somebody named Jeep Girl. Don't know who that is either. Um, Crystal, that's the question we're all asking.
Every time I mute and unmute, it does that.
You know, my thing is, she protects Tony at all costs. Okay. But then she's going to go after a mom that um, doesn't know where her baby is. We have all seen what this has done to Brandy over the last 506
How many? How many purple? How many? How many? How many days?
67 days. Sorry, guys. My
67
brain's a
days.
little. I fell asleep right about 4 and got back up at 5:30. So
Oh well, that's all right then. It's the same as
my
every
brain's
other
not with
feckin'
me
day,
yet
but
this
sure,
morning.
not to worry about it.
And good morning, Ink. So they were over in Eve's channel, which Eve has always. Oh, 68. See, thanks, Amanda. My
Thanks,
brain's still in
Amanda.
bed.
Thanks,
Sorry.
Amanda, for correcting
So
Purple's
they
fuck
were over
up
there talking
again.
mad crap, and
Mad
Brandy was
crap.
so hurt,
Mad
so
crap.
hurt last night.
So hurt. Brandy was hurt. Brandy was hurt. However, I would question, considering I heard that stream, and I could play it, but considering I think that Brandy has been given the entirely misleading information, I chose to play what was actually said. What KRISS actually said. As for the contents of what Eve actually said, you can go and listen to that too. We're just going to take a little intermission in current proceedings to say, Linny, we didn't start off on good terms at all. And quite frankly, even if we still couldn't stand each other, what was done to you yesterday was disgusting, sickening, and it won't go unacknowledged by this community. So I'm glad that you can handle your end of things, but I hope that you know that we have support. You have support. There's so many of us that will have saw what happened on the moon-faced charlatans channel, and I will call you that because the things that you said about Linny, the person that you had a semi-friendship with, were disgusting. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself. I would be ashamed to even know you at this point. But then again, that's why I've never made friends with you. Jenna. Jenna Hyman. The same woman who inserted herself into Summer Wells' case by making friends with her mother, then appearing on YouTube to tell the entirety of YouTube about it on Ziggy's channel. and then spent a couple of weeks defending Candace Wells, only to turn and stab her further in the back. Again, whether you support the Wells or not is not in question. But anybody who would support someone who makes friends, supposedly, with the parent of a missing child just to put their private information out onto social media. You know, the same way that it happened to Brandy Neal with a whole different person. But somehow Chris is the problem. No, Jenna, Purple, Heidi, Livid, Frosty, not this one, the other one, Trixie, Trixie Star to give her her full title. And they're all going to get a turn. There's a reason why all of this is important, Purple. We saw a lot of this happen in Summer's case, and now you are surrounding yourself with exactly the people who screwed so much of it up. But that's on their conscience. But what is on your conscience, Purple, will be the fact that the very people you're surrounding yourself with are repugnant, duplicitous, lying, scumbag motherfuckers who have no right at being in any part of a child's case. This isn't about Ziggy, Jenna. This is entirely about your behavior, and last night proved that. You proved yourself to be an entire piece of shit. And right, it will come up on another stream. Jenna's first outing onto the YouTubes. Most of us saw it the first time. And again, Jenna, if you had any brain cells that were communicating with each other, you would have half of an idea that I was never a member of Ziggy's. I was never a moderator. I was never in her Discord. I never emailed her. I never sent her any Facebook messages, no phone calls, nothing. Zero, zip, nada. I know that's a hard thing for you to understand, considering you seem to insert yourself so fucking quickly in everything. And the reason that I will dislike you is because of the shitty way you treat people. Whether you like it or not, Jenna, from here until the end of your life, you will always be the woman, and I use that term oh so loosely, who inserted herself in a missing child's case just to backstab the mother. publicly. And we still haven't found her. We still haven't found her. I'm glad that that's on your conscience, Jenna. I'm glad. For you to do what you did with the help of Unseen, but Unseen is at least showing some remorse, and to then describe a certain other person in the way that you did, you're a whole fucking disaster of a human being. And again, I'm using that word so loosely. She keeps asking YouTube, why are people such crybabies? Why are they so butthurt? The reason that you're butthurt, Jenna, is because none of us fucking like you, and for all different reasons. But I have spelled mine out very clearly here. So you can play that little bit on a loop and see if you can figure out what I actually mean by that. None of it has to do with Ziggy. It's entirely your behavior as a human being. Yours, no one else's. Short of drawing you a dick, I don't quite frankly know how much clearer I can make that. Maybe if purple colours it in for you, you might understand. We'll have to look around for somebody who has the appropriate amount of markers and maybe a crayon or two to help you out. Because I ain't your bitch for that. So keep good doing whatever the fuck you're doing over there. You have hurt so many people that the few I have just mentioned are only the tip of the iceberg. Because just like purple, you drag people on YouTube with such consistency that you ruin any perspective they have of a friendship on the internet. So again, just to drive it home for you, Jenna, because you're not the fucking quickest on the uptake, darling. I know, I know. And thank you. I appreciate the dick pics. Um, I will not have anything to do with you, Jenna. It doesn't matter what bait you put out, how many people you try to drag on your channel. I want nothing to fucking do with you ever. I hope that that's understandable.
You know, Brandy comes in here and she does nothing but, try to keep everybody positive, spread the love, she's the voice of reason. She calms the situation down if it's, escalated, all Brandy's ever done is just wanted everybody to get along and be nice. And KRISS knew all this. It's just pretty damn funny to me how, KRISS jumped the fence when she no longer was a part of this group.
And thank you, Jesse Bennett. I was, and any of my Irish girls in the chat will know that's still not me being full Irish. That's still not me being full way. That's still me trying to maintain a level of dignity for my benefit, for my chat's benefit, not for theirs. And weirdly enough, it's also for Brandy Neal's benefit, because unlike the bullshit that you're hearing coming out of Purple's mouth here, I have no desire to lie or mislead anyone. None. In fact, I will make all efforts to correct that if it has ever happened. For some creators, they're able to fill an entire fucking live stream doing nothing but spew verbal diarrhea on things that they haven't even seen for themselves. That was very clear. Or, Purple, are you going to try to tell me you did watch and are lying? Because the stream that you were referencing that had just happened, that had upset Brandy Neal so much, had happened almost 2 weeks before yours. So where is the problem there? Is the problem with her people on YouTube not keeping an eye on content creators and chats? Or are you trying to deliberately fuck up a missing child's case just the way that Jenna did? And to be clear, I do not think that Jenna is entirely responsible for Summer Wells going missing. But she sure as fuck hasn't helped find her. So I don't care what you emailed to TBI, Jenna. Just like Jody Sue, just like Prayer Garden, you have put your own needs before a child. And Purple, you have become entirely the kind of creator that you said that you despised. So again, you will get an apology from me. I'm sorry, Purple. I am sorry. I thought you could do better. This stream shows me you can't. In fact, this stream shows me that you won't, that you're deliberately choosing to lie to people. And yes, for anybody in the chat, hopefully the others in chat are keeping you on track. But to cut a long story short, Jenna Hyman, aka Misunderstood, and I don't need to give you any promotion because the link to that stream was reported by so many people last night, Jenna. But quite frankly, I'm the least of your concerns. So Jenna had started to attack one creator Queen OG, exposing information that was sent courtesy, and I say information sent by Hopi. Now, quite why Jenna has decided to bring any of that up, well, that's going to be Jenna's problem to deal with. Because unlike me, Jenna, Queen OG is in the same country you are. And unlike you, she's not an entire fucking idiot who would put her family at risk. So, yeah, I hope you are left to deal with all of that. All of it. And if that wasn't good enough, then she decided to expose 39 pages. 39 fucking pages of communication between Linny and Unseen. Sent from Unseen to Jenna for the exact purpose of supposedly exposing Linny. Now, that's where part of my story will end. Because as chat have noticed, I am calm right now. Deliberately so. I'm being very careful on what I say. But the information that they put out was personal, sensitive, and has no place being put on someone's YouTube live stream. That wasn't your story to tell, Jenna. Harper will explain that to you in multicolor fucking detail. It wasn't your story. What you did, I hope that Purple has the crayons to help you figure this out. Because if we have to help you figure it out, you're gonna be really fucking sorry.
Let's hear. She went from being a very good supporter of the family to absolutely trashing them for no reason. Brandy didn't do anything to you, Chris. Good morning, Mrs. T. Chris, you need to, really sit down and think about what you've done to Brandy. I
Yeah,
cannot
Chris,
believe
think about what you've done.
you do this.
We can't believe it either.
Knowing
We can't believe
what
what
she's
we saw
already
with
been
our
through
own
with people trying
eyes.
to friend her and then getting, trying to get information. You knew, Chris, and you just did the same exact thing.
Again, and I have paused this, Griffey, if you want to peep up. I'm aware that you're trying to mute so because of this video and that I've gone entirely Irish and you're trying to let me just unwind.
It's still gonna echo.
Bollocks. Okay, well, we'll hear from Griffey shortly, or she'll be able to tell us all the things in the chat, because, yeah. The irony of Purple saying that the thing that she's so disgusted by, this 360 that Chris did, the 360, that should never be forgotten by anyone, was of someone befriending the mother of a missing child and then stabbing them in the back. All while she's buddying up to Jenna fucking Hyman. And if anybody didn't know the things that Jenna had already done in Summer's case last night, should prove to everyone that she's an entire fucking bag of shit. So, yes, let's hear that again. Let's hear Perp tell Chris all about herself. It was glorious.
And Chris knew all this.
She knew everything.
It's just pretty damn funny to me how, Chris jumped the fence when she no longer was a part of this group
Hilarious,
that's here.
apparently.
She went from being a very good supporter of the family to absolutely trashing them for no reason. Randy didn't do anything to
Absolutely
you,
trashing
Chris.
them.
Good morning, Mrs. T. Chris, you need to, really sit down and think about what you've done to Brandy. I cannot believe you'd do this. Knowing what she's already been through with people trying to friend her and then getting, trying to get information, you knew, Chris, and you just did the same exact thing.
Now, the thing that Purple is referring to there is that someone, quite a few months ago, had put out a recording of a private conversation between Brandy Neal and a friend. And Brandy was angry during that call. Now, again, whether you support Brandy Neal or not, no matter what your opinions are on Michael Vaughan's case, hopefully you will be able to see that the apparent terrible behaviour of Chris contained none of that. There was no personal information about Brandy there at all. None. Zero. Zip. Nothing. Even the comment about the knitted teddy, and that's why all of it was important. The comment about the knitted teddy, Purple has said on stream multiple times that her sister had made those. I know this, because I fucking listen, Purple. You should try it sometimes, love. Eliza was right. Put down the markers and give it a go. Because quite frankly, you couldn't be doing a worse job right now.
You are on the team of hate
The team
with
of
that other
hate.
channel, talking about Brandy and Tyler and Monkey. Mm-mm. I am shocked about that one. I really am.
There you go. Congratulations, Chris. You managed to shock Purple. That must be the highlight of anyone's week. I'm not quite sure why the fact that Chris was in Eve's chat rocked Purple's entire fucking world. But Mm-mm-mm. She was so amazed, so shocked, so ruined by this whole thing that somebody had to go and tell Brandy all about it weeks later, upset the fucking woman. And then Purple had to do a whole live stream about it the next day, fucking up all of the information. Do you see how this is going here, folks? Do you see how this is going? The only name she mentioned was Brandy. There was no mention of Tyler. There were no disparaging comments. I don't know about you all, but I got the extreme opinion that the reason that Purple was so fucking upset was because the friend that she trashed so badly still is not talking badly about Brandy Neal. That's the fucking thing that irritates Purple. But that's not what our chat is hearing, is it? And I could have played her chat. There was a reason why I left everyone's names in this video also. Because these are the very people who are listening to every word that Purple says and taking it as gospel. Zero checking. Not one of them. Not the people closest to Brandy. Not the people closest to Purple. Not one of the team. So yeah, congratulations, Purple. As I was saying, I am sorry. I really thought you could do better. But this proves that you won't.
Never in a million years did I think Chris would ever do that to Brandy. You know, imagine yourself, Chris. You know how you were saying you were feeling, when, your son went to live with his dad? How you say you're so depressed and you cry every day for him? Brandy does the same thing, but there's a difference. She doesn't know where her baby is. Imagine, Chris, imagine.
Imagine, Purple, imagine. What you have given us there is what is commonly known by the idiots amongst us who have a professional qualification as a straw man argument. In fact, you don't even need to have had a formal education to understand that. Just the desire to stop colouring in dick pics and actually fucking learn something. A straw man argument is where a person takes something and blows it out of all proportion to move the discussion onto an entirely different topic. So Purple wasn't getting anywhere because people do not see this version of KRISS that she is portraying to the world. So in order to achieve her goal, she took a full straw man argument, handcrafted in the cornfield, in order to try to make a mockery of KRISS, a mockery from the same woman who is BFFs now with the woman who betrayed another mother in a missing child's case. Right. Tell us again how that's going to go for you, Purple. Last night should have told you an awful lot. I shouldn't have to explain it to you.
You're in Brandy's shoes. Because I guarantee you she would trade places with you in a heartbeat just to know where her son is.
No, you don't need to be a fucking genius to understand that the parent of a missing child would trade places with another parent who is having to share custody of their child. But again, this is the private information that Purple has been so desperate to put out about KRISS. This terrible thing. The terrible thing being that a mother chose to support her child having a good relationship with their father. And even though it's breaking her heart, she did it for the benefit of her child. So, congratulations, Purple, yet again. You improved yourself to be an entire fucking moron.
And for anyone to jump on the bandwagon of hate, we've been over that channel because of what they've done to Brandy. And guess where you went?
And again, I
Mm,
showed you
mm,
all
mm.
of the videos.
Chris, that's not okay, dude. That's not. Ugh.
Dude? What the
Mm,
fuck?
mm, mm.
Dude.
No, I laid awake there last night thinking about what Brandy's going through.
Did you, Purple?
I can't fully understand or imagine because I've never been in that situation.
We
But
know.
I'd be god dang it, I would never friend somebody to just stab him in the back like that.
Really? Really? Really?
But you, Chris, you did. You hurt Brandy so bad,
No, you
and
hurt
it's not okay
Brandy.
with us.
You hurt Brandy every day she's in your fucking chat, Purple.
Absolutely unacceptable and disgusting
Yes, you are.
for you to trash a mother who was just trying to find her son.
She did not trash the mother
Why don't
trying
you,
to find her
walk a mile
son.
in her shoes for once, Chris?
How can she do that, Purple?
You'll sit there and defend Tony to the death,
It's not the same thing,
but
Purple.
then you stab Brandy in the back.
KRISS has more compassion in her little finger than you have in your
That's crap.
entire fucking being.
I would rather you still be on the hate train of my son than to go after Brandy about hers.
The hate train of your son, as
Kids
in
should be
reading
off
about
limits
his
anyway,
condition?
but I would rather you talk shit about my son than to talk shit to Brandy, right?
No, she
That's
was
bullshit,
talking
Chris.
shit
You
about
know it.
you, Purple.
Everybody knows
Again,
it.
that's the thing that grinds your fucking gears.
Like I said, I would rather you come after my son than go after Brandy because she doesn't know where Monkey is.
Nobody is going after your son, Purple. Nobody here, anyway.
You know where your children are. I know where my children are. Brandy doesn't know where hers are.
Rub it in, Purple. Why don't you make Brandy feel worse about her
And
situation?
everything that she's went through, you had to do what you did. You had that woman in tears.
No, you did. The people who told her
I
that
can't
did.
even believe that. And I know there's some people in here that like Chris, and that's on them.
What, because they won't follow you blindly, Purple? Terrible.
I would find it very difficult to I'm just gonna come out and say it. Anybody that still is a KRISS supporter or whatever, knowing she did that to Monkey's mom, I ain't got no use for her. You don't do that shit.
You do. You do that shit,
Come
Purple.
after me, KRISS. Don't go after Brandy. Leave Brandy alone. You've done enough damage, don't you think?
She didn't do any damage to Brandy, Purple. You did.
The police cleared them. And then you're gonna go jump on that channel that still thinks they're guilty?
The police didn't clear them of sitting in your chat.
And that is
That's an entirely different thing, Purple. I know that's
right?
hard
She's
for you to
re-victimizing a victim.
understand. No, you re-victimized a victim, Purple.
Because Brandy
You
comes
did
here. It's my
last
channel.
night. You and your little friend, Jenna Hyman, you did that last night. Both of you. Unlike you, I think very, very fucking carefully about the things I say in general life, not just on YouTube. Yet this is what you're choosing to tell the people on your channel. This is what you're doing. What effort did you and your fucking team make to go and watch the stream and to actually see what was said? Hmm? How many of you did? Because you very much prove with this entire stream, not just the section I'm going to play, that you haven't got a fucking clue what you're talking about. And not for the first time. I gave you the benefit of the doubt when other people had sprung information on you about an ongoing investigation on a live stream. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. I stood up for you when most of your own supporters would not. Do you want to call me a wicked witch? If by me being wicked, it means that Brandy understands that you're an entire fucking liar, that Jenna is an entire fucking liar and a backstabber who has already been involved in a missing child's case. I could go into the others, but I'm not going to do that because it's not about them all right now. It's about who you are putting around Brandy Purple, who you are encouraging her to associate with. Just like the shit that Jenna put out last night is on her conscience, it's also on yours. So will this be forever. You, Purple, are lying to the mother of a missing child just to score cheap points on YouTube. Congratulations. That's a whole fucking low I didn't think you would go to. Be proud. Super proud of yourself.
Well, damn it, this is her safe place. She can come here and say exactly what she needs to say to get through another goddamn minute of this nightmare. So if she needs to come in here and blow off some steam, she needs to come in here and vent. She want to come in here and, laugh. What is it any of y'all's business?
Because your behavior influences how people see Brandy, Purple. That's the
How
whole
dare you?
point. How dare
How
you,
fucking dare you do that to
Purple?
Brandy? Of all people, KRISS, Brandy? Come
Really,
on.
Purple? You are a whole
You just
fucking
ripped that lady's
trash
heart
bag.
out, man. KRISS went after Brandy, started talking bad about her, and joined a channel that's still saying Brandy and Tyler had something to do with Monkey
Joined a
disappearance.
channel? Joined a channel? She's
That's
a
what KRISS did.
subscriber in the chat. She didn't join anything. She's not a member.
I want everybody to spread, tell everybody that'll listen of what she did to, what KRISS did to Brandy.
Oh, I'm telling them,
It's not
Purple.
okay.
I'm telling them what you are doing to Brandy now.
Good morning, Magpie. And welcome, Tracy. It's absolutely gross. Good
Yes, you
morning,
are.
Lise. Good morning, V.
Absolutely gross, Purple.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Tracy.
More fake outrage coming here, folks.
Jeep Girl's just as bad. Jeep Girl is responsible too,
All right,
because
so
her
now
and
we're
KRISS were
talking
having the
about someone
conversation,
else
and there's
entirely.
screenshots of it.
Mhm. Screenshots. We got the proof. Show us the proof then, Purple.
Magpie. All right, am I gonna have to worry about you sleep modding now?
You got rid of the best chat mod you had, Purple.
Brandy's lived a nightmare from hell
You're not fucking helping,
for
Purple.
568 days with no answers,
What answers have you found,
with not
Purple?
knowing where her little guy is. And some pieces of shit on YouTube want to talk shit about her? Hmm. Wow. I
Wow.
mean, that's the lowest of the low. If you, I hope you go back and listen to what she said last night, KRISS. Listen to her voice, not the words, just her voice. She barely got those words out because she's that hurt from you, KRISS.
I hope you show her everything I am saying here, Purple. Because you and whoever your
I am
team
just
are have lied to
freaking
Brandy.
speechless. Like I said, I'd rather her talk shit about my son because I know where my son's at
Again, no one's
than
talking
to
about
go
your
after
son.
Brandy for, and Brandy doesn't know where Monkey is.
She didn't go after Brandy for not knowing where her son is.
Absolutely disgusting.
Yes, you are, Purple.
Yeah.
Anytime today,
You know,
Purple.
how can you? Mm, God.
Oh, this is getting good. This is where it gets really hilarious. The absurdity of it all.
you know, I just can't believe it.
You can't believe it
How
because it
Chris could
didn't
do that to
happen.
a poor mother that, just wants to find her baby and bring him home.
What, did she criticize Brandy for being in your chat by saying
And
that she doesn't
we've all been
support
here through
that?
every step of the way through this investigation with Brandy
Wow, Purple.
to support her,
Wow.
to give her, a few minutes of, normalcy. Hmm.
Huh. If this is being normal for Brandy, she needs to have a serious rethink
How could you just
of
do
her
that?
life choices.
You just ripped her heart out and stomped on it, you dumb bitch.
You did, Purple.
And I'm trying to be very, very, very nice because
Oh,
Brandy asked us
you're
to.
adorable, Purple.
So
Fucking
you're lucky that's the
adorable.
only word you get caught. I don't care if she's denying shit. It's in screenshots where she was talking shit. I don't give a shit what she wants to say. There's screenshot proof.
There's
Yeah, she's denying
screenshot
it because I think she
proof.
went back and deleted her comments.
No, she didn't, Purple. I showed the entire fucking
But they were
thing.
screenshotted before she got to do it.
Really, Purple? Show them then. Show
All right,
them.
thank you, Tracy. Jeep Girl's just as bad, so you might as well add her in there. And in a minute, I'll email a couple of the screenshots to myself and I'll show y'all. It's absolutely. I don't know who Jeep Girl is. She's just the one that was talking with KRISS about all this bullshit. Um,
Right? Talking in a public chat on
give
YouTube.
me 1 second.
So KRISS evidently knows everything about her, the same way I must know everything
Mail
about
to
KRISS.
myself.
What? It's not like the handy words are there for you to read and understand yourself. Oh, wait. That's exactly what was happening. You don't need to take my word for it, Purple. You can go and look for it yourself. Go and watch the entire fucking thing.
Let me pull them up for you.
Oh, here we go, guys. We're going to get to the screenshots. Now, just before Purple gets going here, you'll see that we're 26 minutes into this stream, and that's after Purple's very strange introduction that she does. But then again, that's how she's proving how she's down with the kids, yo. Purple at 26 minutes of telling everyone just how bad KRISS was, the terrible things that KRISS did, the effect that it has had on Brandy Neal, how KRISS should be disgusted with herself. Now we're getting to the proof, guys. Now we're getting to the proof. So let's see your proof, Purple. Let's see it.
KRISS, Jeep Girl. It's absolutely disgusting. It's horrible to see what someone sitting in a chat will listen to. A specific person. Jeep Girl. KRISS, it sure is, as well as follow and voluntarily give cash apps to, well, as send Venmos. Hashtag Michael Vaughn. Weasels for Michael Vaughn. Yeah, y'all are a bunch of fucking weasels.
Okay, so considering everybody in the chat has more than the amount of brain cells if you put Purple and her team together. Each one of you individually has the ability to make up your own mind. You have all seen these exact messages, except my screenshots came with timestamps. So whoever your team are, Purple, pretty shit. Oh, and look, what do you know? It shows exactly the same comments that I showed. Well, part of those comments, because you didn't show the rest of it, Purple. So KRISS has had the audacity to say it is absolutely disgusting. It's horrible to see what someone sitting in chat will listen to. A specific person. So again, Purple, are you more upset that people perceive Brandy Neal in an unfavorable light for being in your chat while you're doing the things you're doing? Or is it that the friend that you so mercilessly dragged, the same friend that bought you groceries when your husband was ill, and all you had to do was pick them up, that friend, the same friend that ran your merch that you couldn't even be fucking bothered to have a look at, you couldn't be bothered to ask for statements, couldn't be bothered to figure out how much had been sold. No. But KRISS, this person that you're talking so badly about, then says, my heart breaks for the whole family. No one should have to go through this. The only issue I have with Brandy is her sitting in chat, supporting bullying, lies, and going real life on innocent people. I'm sorry that you find that so hard to understand, Purple. I'm sorry.
My heart breaks for the whole family. No one should ever have to go through this. The only issue I have with Brandy is her sitting in chat supporting bullying, lies, and going real life on innocent people.
Screenshot number 1.
Which one?
Which one? The
Crystal, the
teddies,
monkey
remember?
with the yellow ribbon that all the PD signed. And then she put the monkey that was knitted purple sister made all the kids one.
Wow, KRISS, how dare you?
So, you know, this is the one that really chaps my fucking ass right here.
Oh, we don't want your ass getting chopped, Purple. We don't want your ass
And
getting
there's more,
chopped.
but I just was grabbed two and sent them to my email to show you that we have the fucking screenshots. And now, if you go look now on them lives, her comments are gone. But then she
Wrong. You can go to True Cream. True Cream? No, good God Almighty. Let's try that again, we. You can go to True Crime with Eve. You can look for the stream that Eve did on the 3rd of February. And it's entitled Case Updates. Summer Wells and Michael Vaughan. All of your chat can go there. All of your chat can listen to the entire video, read every single comment that was made in the chat. And again, the reason that I showed the timestamps was because if someone has altered an image or interfered with a video, the timestamps for the and the chat don't show up like that. So Brandy Neal, I hope you see who is actually lying to you, who is treating you badly. It's not Chris. The only thing she said was that about being in a certain person's chat and why you would listen to that. Okay, so let's get some more of the wisdom goat, yo. And don't you dare start with me, Pooh, with my true cream. Well, true cream for everyone.
Wants to say that she didn't do anything. Well, sorry, Chris. There's the screenshots are already there.
Yes, I
You can
showed the
say whatever your little
screenshots.
heart
You
desires,
didn't.
but the truth is out there.
Yes, the truth is
It is
there,
out
Purple.
there,
You
and
didn't fucking
you
show it.
can't deny it because it's in screenshot form from your damn
Yes,
page.
I showed it.
You sick bitch.
Who's a sick bitch, Purple?
I'm just so tired. So tired
Well, then
of
give
this
it up
bitch.
then, Purple. You're embarrassing yourself now, love.
Yeah, back.
Yes, true cream is opposed to false cream. No mock cream around here. Only the real cream.
Give me 1 second.
No rush, Purple. No rush. I'm sure you're getting through all those screenshots is just a
Hang
whole
on.
chore. You wouldn't want to have all
Chick
this
girl is
ready
a
or
suck account,
anything.
you believe, Widow? So, I just am I'm shocked.
Shocked at your own
Absolutely shocked.
behavior, I hope.
And then Chris puts on her community tab.
And
And
yeah,
then, of course, Lenny's in there running her mouth.
wow.
I can't with these people.
It's almost like that's why
I
you
can't.
went after her yesterday. Both of you.
I really just fucking can't. I just want Michael found and justice for him and his family, but I don't like people publicly acting as PIs and posting pictures and info of Brandon and Adrian with law enforcement. When Easy, he spoke to them. Okay, World Traveler, we shared just the other day the press release of where JD Huff, you know, said that they needed to, he needed to speak with them. Now, yes, they have been spoken to, but I do not believe that they are telling everything that they know
Purple the
because they were
investigator
there.
now.
The one guy said that the first time they heard about Monkey missing is when people were going around the neighborhood asking them when they were on their way to the house.
And yes, Tanga hang up their little
So
glitter
they know
pajamas.
exactly what happened to that baby, in my opinion. Because how can you be headed to a house when people are out searching for him that night and not see him or hear him or know anything about him being there?
How the fuck
So,
would
yeah,
you know,
we are
Purple?
going to put them in the spotlight until they start talking. Huff said he spoke to them. They haven't come out and they aren't cooperating until he says let.
Well, in Purple's opinion,
Oh, we're not
I'm sure
interfering with
JD Huff
anything.
will
We're just
be
talking about what has been put out
enlightened
there
to hear
by JD
that.
Huff himself. We're not trying to dig up any records or anything of that nature. No way. We're just
No,
going
she only
over
does that to other
and
YouTubers and
discussing,
ex-friends.
why he's not cooperating, and we're not interfering in any investigation.
No,
Brandy
no.
comes into this channel every single day. This is her channel too, so no, we would never do anything to interfere in this police investigation. You don't have to worry about that.
Well, I think most of us are quite concerned at what you're doing, Purple.
So
So,
we're just doing what any other true crime channel
no,
would
you're
do and
really
talk
not.
about it. That's all. Good
No,
morning,
you're
Elena.
really not.
Oh, I don't. We're not contacting nobody. No way. We don't do that.
No, you just trash
We just talk
people
about
on
what
YouTube.
JD Huff puts out. Yeah, nobody's contacted nobody from this side that I know.
Nobody's
All right,
contacted
Widow.
nobody? Okay. Don't even have. I'm going to eat the crayons at this point.
Yeah, nobody's contacting anybody. We just talk about what JD Huff says. Yeah, some people are, but we're not.
Yeah, I don't think
That's the
JD
police's job
Huff
to,
is going to be
keep
asking
to get
your
this information
team
out of
to
these people.
join
We're just,
him.
yeah,
I don't
we
think
don't go
that's
that
going to
far.
be happening.
We'll talk about what what's fact and what's rumors. But yeah, ain't nobody talking about nobody. Oh, okay, well, got you, girl.
Nobody's talking about nobody except Purple talking about anybody she dislikes anymore. Anybody that hurts her feelings. That's why I'm hurting her feelings now. It's the only way she pays attention. You want a tissue,
Okay.
Purple?
Yeah, they are, Lena.
Want some cream for that chapped ass?
So world traveler, I'm gonna tell you.
Oh dear, she's gonna tell you now.
If you haven't watched my channel before, I suggest you go back and watch the Monkey Mondays. We don't contact people. We only go by what law enforcement says.
She
So
doesn't even bother to read the information, she just gets the computer to read it. Not even one of her subs or the team can be bothered to read it. No one. That's the amount of effort you put in, Purple.
I've been cheering Monkey's case for a year. So
Congratulations. This is how far you've come after a year. And I have watched every single video you have done on Monkey.
so so we're gonna move on.
Thank
You know,
baby
Chris,
Jesus.
you really, really, really fucked up this time. And look, guys, I apologize for the language, but I'm doing my best here because I just want to scream
You need some anger management, Purple.
and I can't.
Well, that's because your conscience is probably trying to escape that shell of a human that you live in.
So, but anywho, we're gonna, get back to the topic, and that is Chris. Um,
Yes, the topic that is
you
Chris
know,
with her two terribly hateful screenshots.
Chris has sat on panel with Brandy,
This
cried
is
with
not an
Brandy,
actual picture
laughed
of
with
Chris.
Brandy, and then you're gonna talk bad about her.
She didn't, Purple.
I don't get it.
You don't get it because there's nothing to get, Purple.
I don't. Good morning, Stay Tigger.
Your feelings are hurt.
This is just ridiculous. So yeah, Chris, word's getting out that how dirty and nasty you are, and I'm
Yeah,
not talking
Chris,
about in
be
looks or
ashamed.
anything like that. I'm talking about your actions and your personality.
Yeah.
You're vile, absolutely vile.
Well, if
Brandy
that
does
makes
not
Chris,
deserve this. You're right, Crystal. She does not deserve
if that makes
anything but
Chris
love and
vile,
kindness.
dirty,
Because no
and
matter what
disgusting,
she's been going through,
what the fuck
she
is
still makes
Jenna?
sure everybody's okay. If somebody's down, she takes the time, to listen and hear them out and try and help them, even knowing she's living a fucking nightmare on a daily basis.
I think this is level 400 at this point
And
because,
you're gonna
quite
sit
frankly,
there
I lost count.
and say negative things about her.
She didn't say negative things
I mean,
about
like, seriously,
Brandy.
what were you thinking?
She was thinking
What
she
in
is
the
an
hell were you
individual
thinking,
with her
Chris?
own mind and has the ability to go and speak wherever she wants. Purple, that's what Chris was thinking, I'm pretty
That's
sure.
so disgusting.
I don't need to have a whole 39 pages of emails to prove that. Maybe you can figure it out at some point, love.
It's mind blowing. It's absolutely mind blowing
It doesn't take
how
much to blow
she
your mind.
can say those things to Brandy. Like, seriously, wow.
Wow.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get what you're doing either. But
So,
then again, I have that pesky thing called morals.
good morning, everybody.
Oh, yeah, this is a great morning waking up to this bullshit.
I just,
I would just put some pep in your step listening to
like I
this.
said, come for my son. Leave Brandy alone.
Nobody is coming for your son, you paranoid
You know, you need
lunatic.
to feel you need to come after somebody. I'm right here, bitch. I'm right here. Come on, come with it. You've already started on me, and then when you knew it wasn't, getting to me, you want to move on to somebody else who's been nothing but amazing to everybody.
No,
Okay,
she really didn't, Purple. You're the one that's thirsting for attention, thirsting for it.
I just, Chris, you need help to do this to a to a mother that doesn't even know where her baby is.
You need fucking
Fucking sick,
psychological help at this point, Purple.
sickening,
No amount of dick
absolutely
pics are going to help you.
sickening. And like I said, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And God forbid you ever find yourself in a similar situation.
Really?
Because I guarantee you,
Again
a
with
lot
the
of people
straw man
would
arguments.
have a lot of nasty things to say about it.
You know that from experience, do you, Purple? No, you don't. With your vast PI
Yeah,
knowledge.
you know,
This
it
critter
doesn't
didn't
matter
want to
where people
move
go.
in.
The only thing that matters is what they say about you in other chats.
No, the facts matter, Purple.
And that's just the way I feel.
The
You can go
facts
anywhere you want
matter.
to. Don't bother me. But then when you get into a different chat and you want to take on the badass personality that you don't even have, mm-mm-mm.
What the fuck was that? Mm-mm. Gonna have to stop watching Medea at some point,
I'm just,
Purple. You're embarrassing
like I said,
yourself
Chris,
now, love.
I'm telling you right now, leave Brandy alone. Leave that whole family alone, Chris. You've done enough to hurt them.
She did
You've
nothing
done enough.
to hurt them. You have done more to hurt Michael Vaughan's
You've hurt
family,
this whole family by
Purple.
the words you spoke. And just because
The
you think if
words
you
you
can say sorry and
spoke,
it'll all get better,
Chris.
it won't.
The words you spoke. Funny, we saw the words that Chris typed.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my God.
This is the actual critter underneath the stairs.
I just, oh my goodness. This is just.
Well, it's a good job you've thought this through, Purple. Good job you.
Come at me, Chris. I'm the one that talked shit to you. Then you say that I made you tell the story about your child. I didn't make you do shit.
No,
I said I
you
knew
have
about it.
retold it. Again, Purple, we just listened to
I
it.
just. So come at me, Chris. I want you to.
She doesn't want to
I'm
talk
challenging
to
you to.
you,
I'm begging you to.
Purple.
Come play with me.
She would rather talk to the critter on the screen.
Come on with it. Come on,
She would get a
Chris.
better
Are you too much
conversation.
of a chicken? Must be a chicken. Here, let me drop the link just in case Chris wants to come play. She's not
No,
blocked in the chat, but you
Purple
guys, you just never know.
Phoenix. There's only one
Maybe
chicken.
she just don't want to type in chat. But here, let's offer her the piano, shall
Feel
we?
like it's slightly barbecued at this point.
There you
Oh,
go, Chris.
look!
Grab the link.
Aya's Phoenix.
Yeah, little Miss Chris.
Little Miss Purple. Phoenix. Please sub and
And everybody who
subscribe.
sat there and listened to her spew that bullshit about Brandy. I hope y'all are happy
Oh, I'm sure they're
to rip somebody's
ecstatic.
heart out and stomp on it and then not even give two shits.
Just like you're doing to multiple people now, Purple. 2 weeks later.
Oh, I know. She won't. But she's in here goddamn lurking. Guarantee that.
Really? You can guarantee it? You would swear to it in court,
Oh, I
would
could
you?
just freaking scream right now. I know it's not going to do any good, but.
It would be better listening to that than listening to
Come
you
on, Charlie
talk
girl.
and grunt.
Chris went back last night after the comments were discovered and Brandy came on. Chris went back to those lives and deleted her comments.
And again, I have showed you that Chris did not do that. The comments are still in the chat. Purple hadn't even watched to see where the screenshots came from. She was so disgusted and repulsed, she didn't even fucking look at it. Well done, Purple. Well done.
I'm still trying just to hold my shit together, guys. I hope you understand.
Oh no,
I'm
you're
trying to
full of
do
shit,
the
Purple.
breathe,
We see it.
count to 10. But
And that, thank the baby cheeses, is the last of the video that I recorded. That entire live goes on for fucking ever. But the next part of it had Heidi. And quite frankly, I wanted to save us all from a migraine. So that's where that'll end for today. Okie dokie, other demented Ewok, you're released from your tiny furry prison.
Thank the Lord. Yeah. That I find that very, very rich coming from Perp saying that Chris did all this damage to the family.
Right?
It
All the
reminds
terrible things that Chris said about Brandy.
mm,
Mm-mm-mm.
it it actually reminded me back of reminded me a few months back. Remember the Bullhorn Betty incident?
Oh, I do, very, very
Hmm.
clearly.
Wasn't it Perp who played that audio without listening to it
Yes,
first?
yes.
But that didn't do any damage to the family, did it?
No, Brandy looked in great stead at that point. Anyone with half of a brain cell would have ended their live stream immediately to go and check on the mother of a missing child who was so distraught at hearing this information. But no, not Purple. She cares so much with her
Yeah,
fucking 360s and half pipes that she doesn't even understand or care about what she's doing to Brandy Neal. She wants to foist it on to someone else entirely. That's what she's doing.
yeah.
Congratulations, Parp. Congratulations. And yes, she should now need to be forever known as Dick Pick Perp. I think
It,
that's kind of fitting, to be honest.
that's what another thing that I find funny. She's going around pointing the finger at everybody, saying that, everybody is so infatuated with her sex life that they must not be getting any in theirs. You know, tell me you're not getting any without telling me you're not getting any. Sitting coloring in dick pics in
Right?
your little coloring book. Really? If the desperation is that bad, use a finger.
Right? Or ask Rap where you can get a rose. He'll help you out. Oh,
Yeah,
well, he
true
would
that.
if he ever wanted to talk to you again, considering he sees the shit you're doing too. But sure, knock yourself out, Perp. Knock yourself out.
Yeah. Other thing that I do find funny, they do love bringing, well, not per se, her newest sidekick loves bringing us up, don't they? And exclaiming how uninteresting we are.
More how evil and vile we are, to be honest.
Yes, but I particularly love the fact that we can all sit and watch them exposing us, like sharing the channels and
Mhm.
talking all this, that, and the other about us, just gaining us more subs.
Exposing Chris and showing her entire fucking arse on stream, Purple. Congratulations. Congratulations. You did an amazing job of making yourself into an entire laughing stock on YouTube. You did it. Nobody else did. You can't blame the tavern. You can't blame the little hate channel. You can't blame we and her wicked wee ways. You can't blame Frank. You did that, Purple. You did it.
Yeah. But watch, she's gonna come out with some badass statements and threats, and then we should all sit and shiver in our little space boots. When in fact we're just gonna sit behind our screens laughing, but still.
There's nothing you can do to help some people. You can't make people think. You can't make people understand things. You can't make them say it. Except today, thanks to Purple's promotion of this We Hate channel, the team that Purple has doing all the screenshots has just had to watch not one display of how Purple lied, but two, because they could hear it coming out of her own mouth for the second part. Congratulations, Purple. Job well done. Inform the constabulary, concubine. What, what?
Mhm. Yeah. Some people can't be helped. It's sad, but it's true.
Yep, there's not an awful lot you can do.
What
Yes.
what was done, what was done in the last 24 hours is downright fucking despicable. What's being done to Chris, how the way things are being twisted and fit into what they want people to think is
Yep.
fucking pathetic.
Outright lies. The things that Purple is saying about Chris. Lying to her supposedly loyal subs and members, the people that literally pay for Purple's family to eat. She said that herself. That $300 that Purple gets for them. She's so grateful for it, she lies to them all as a result. And yes,
Oh.
Fluffy Nuts, I bet your entire scrotum is in such a twist at the moment. It will take a team to unravel that situation at this point. I have skills, yo.
Her skills are lit, yo. My dude, you have no idea.
Right? Mm-mm,
And yeah,
mm.
I can still say that. I'm not 40 yet, and I definitely ain't a grandma yet.
All right. right, slow down. Come on now. No need to get mean. Come on. So, yeah, everybody, if we all continue on our crooked path of doing an entire 360, we can emulate the evil that is the KRISS and therefore not backtrack entirely upon ourselves. I know that that's a confusing way to be for certain people, considering that they flip flop back and forth with friends, quite frankly, more than they probably wipe their own ass. Um, and I love that for them. I really do. I want to have no part of it. And again, a bit like Chris's misplaced sense of blame coming from Purple. That's part of the reason why Purple is so fucking angry with me. I've never tried to communicate with Purple other than in a public YouTube chat or on a panel. No private emails, no phone calls, no WhatsApp messages, no Facebook, nothing. Not even a fucking carrier pigeon. Nothing.
and 100% the fucking same from my end.
Hallelujah.
Well, that should be a news flash. Wow. Hmm.
Which one?
The fact that neither of us have ever attempted to privately correspond with the perp.
I would rather give myself a fully 360 live streamed colonic with a projectile force fed concrete enema.
I thought you were going to go for lobotomy, but damn, you took it in a complete different direction.
No, I'm driving the point the whole way fucking home today. We're leaving no room for there to be any confusion. Zero. Zero.
Because if you were heading in that direction, I would have asked if you still had your clothes on for that.
No in purple. She probably thinks that's done nasally anyway, or orally, as in through her ear, rather than orally through her mouth. There you go. Well done, purple. Now your mind is blown. Boom. There are two words that sound like oral. Oh, jeez, oh.
Well, hearing oral might make her color in another little wee dick picture.
Did you like that one, Jesse? Did you like that little analogy? Just to just to paint a whole scene in your head. I mean, it was rather graphic, but worth it, I think, at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, I definitely got the picture. And I didn't even need crayons.
Like I said, listening to that, I have heard many things. I have heard people misspeak. I have heard people not understand a thing and then somehow try to retell it. But whatever that entire stream was that Purple did, that entire stream, that again, I will drop the link for because I want you all, if you haven't already, to go and watch True Crime with Eve see her case update on Summer Wells and Michael Vaughan, and then go and watch Purple's dragging of Chris for the awful things that Chris said about Brandy. You will see exactly what I have shown you, because unlike Purple, I'm not going to be selective. I showed you everything. As did Purple, to be honest. I feel like we could. It would have been less embarrassing, Purple, if you'd have pulled a Don Wells live phone camera, to be honest. Other things are forgivable. Telling outright lies on someone who was meant to be your friend, even though they're no longer your friend. Outright lies, exposing Chris's personal business, again, none of yours. Again, with the drama about talking about your son. No one's talking about your son, Purple. And if you're starting to talk like Chris McDonough, maybe you need some fixident for those dentures, because good God, lady, the gangster talk from a black and white Keystone Cops movie is not helping you sound like you know what you're on about. But yeah, I'm sure the team will be able to take that all back. We'll be able to see how that went.
Hey, Chris, in the words of Perp, Pixar, it didn't happen.
Don't. I I mean, I had considered playing that entire miserable stream in little chunks of purples, because it's funny that Chris should wee a little bit, because one of the most ridiculous things that Purple is saying is calling Chris Pissy Chrissy. What fucking age are you? Oh, that's right.
62.
Uh, God only knows by the time she gets to 62, all bets are off.
62 going on 15.
But whatever childish bullshit you think you're pulling off and thinking you somehow sound hood, you're in absolutely correct in that there is someone doing damage to Brandy Neil, Purple. Unfortunately, you don't understand, or at least I hope you don't. That person is you and your little team. Congratulations. And I hope that Brandy gets to see exactly the thing that you and Jenna pulled off last night. Send her those privated videos, both of you. Make her proud. Because if
Oh
you
no.
think she would be proud of that, I think you're not quite understanding who Brandy Neal is.
What is it was that's always said? Oh, I dare ya. No wait, you're too chicken.
Right? Well, that's why she's Purple Phoenix. She's the fucking flame grilled chicken that's up there spouting bullshit on a daily basis.
Well, she's no phoenix. A phoenix is a majestic animal, and that ain't there ain't fuck all majestic about purple.
Majestic stupidity could be a thing, I suppose. But then it would imply that that was entirely benign, so I'm not gonna. I wouldn't go that far, even on my kindest, most Pollyanna day.
Your most Pollyanna day, you say.
Correct. Considering Purple wants to tell us how educated her team are, there should be certain words that would spark some level of recognition in your team. Straw man argument, Pollyanna. Maybe look them up. Are they up with chat as well? Hmm, thought so. Again, an entire trash bag. Both Purple with her I wandered off while that was showing when I was re-streaming Jenna. I just wandered off for a bit. Where did you wander to? The next town over? How many of your team had to call you to tell you of the absolute shit show that was actually happening on your own stream? Because you didn't fucking know. And don't give me that, oh well, I took it down straight afterwards. Again, in your own words, you had walked off. You're still responsible for that, Purple. Just as I am responsible for what I have shown here today. I could have made an absolute mug out of everyone that was in your chat that day. But just like Brandy Neal, I don't think it's entirely their fault that they didn't know you were lying to them. I hope they do now. Oh, and yes, Jenna had had her emergency at the same time. An emergency for one, leaving another panelist to read messages she's never seen before, and apparently with zero thinking at all, zero engagement. It still took them over half an hour for someone to say, that's kinda not right. Well done. Well done.
And even that came to me as a surprise, and I gotta say, I gotta give Karen props. Now, I don't want to give Karen props. That's like saying I like Tiffany Marie. I don't want to, but I gotta give her props for speaking up and saying, this is wrong. This should not have happened. This should not have been done.
Yeah. I just wish she'd done it a wee bit quicker. But yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Shorty. Welcome. And yeah, I saw that too, Lenny. The other, the fact that they have to work so hard to prove that Queen OG is a bad person by using this information shared by Hopi, not even their own work, not even their own work, not the words that Queen OG has said. No, the work of someone else entirely, apparently. And they're proud of it.
Extremely proud. Those are some good humans. Yeah. And we're evil. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. But if that's what it takes, if us all flipping these 360s is what it takes to prove that we are not the kind of people who would listen to the words that Purple was saying and just take them as gospel, then that's fine. I'll be a wee wicked witch every fucking day of the week in comparison. I'm happy with it. My conscience is clear on that. As for Purple, Jenna, their team, I wouldn't want to be any one of you.
Yeah, what's the words? Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, but nah. Not enough dick pics in the world, I can promise you that.
Nope. Couldn't even tempt me with a rose.
No. Who said what? Hello. And yes, Stella is here, although I've kept up the little South Africans very late because we went through that entire section of the perp. So, um, now that we have dragged Chris from one end of YouTube to the other, I hope you can all see, and that more importantly, Perp, her little hater team of screenshot taking lunatics can somehow take parts of that and they will still try to create a very different narrative. So, for one last time, no one that I know of is attacking Purple's son. No one in this chat has talked terrible things about Purple's son. No one in that awful stream that true crime with Eve did spoke terrible things about Brandy. And we showed in technicolor detail, quite literally, the things that Chris said. All of them. Every single word is up there for people to see from start to finish. So I hope they learned something. Because if they didn't, I can't make it any more simple than that. Maybe we can get Purple a new coloring book. I'm not quite sure.
Uh, why do I have an image of purple coloring in and my 6 year old going, "Do you know that letter means A?" Oh my.
There's so much, so much. But again, there's only a certain amount that we can even try to get across to people. So let's see if they'll even be able to start with the basics before we moved on to the more advanced alphabet.
Oh, I think it'll be a minute. I think we may have to do this over and over again for about a year, and then maybe we can try going on to the next stage of learning.
Yeah. So, Chris, I hope you're ashamed of yourself. You
Yes.
spaghetti eating crazy person.
That
You
reminds me of the day one day I was in a chat. I can't even remember which chat it was, but Chris was really agitated by something that was said, and just the next thing in chat, she goes, Vafangul. And I remember that all the way from watching The Godfather. I was like, damn, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Especially whenever you're just imagining it with the little Italian gesture.
Yeah.
And yes, stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason. But even though I'm Irish, I can imagine Chris doing that little hand gesture, if not several more, at the time. I can imagine her going, doing the whole performance, the whole thing. And yeah, Lenny, I saw that. I was just like, oh, again, again. That's why we're not even touching that right now because we both, I think all of us know how a lot of that's going to unravel very, very quickly. Very,
Yeah.
very quickly. Okay. So, any
Hmm.
questions? Does anyone else want to see Chris's nuds? Or are we good? Are we good? Can we leave it now? Good.
No, no, no. If they want to see Chris's nuts, it'll be $17.
Right. If you want to see Chris's nuds, give them the PayPal there, Griffey.
Hmm. Ah, just get there.
Griffey's going to put the PayPal in chat. If you want to see Chris's nuds, you can join our little hodgepodge ramshackle OnlyFans. Just
Ooh.
saying. Alternatively, we may color you in a dick pic. We're not sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, I'll put special effort into first locating like a dick pic coloring book because You see, I tend to go for the more, well, I would say adult version of things, but then that could be argued as, yeah, but you can get that in adult shop. Um, but I'm thinking less juvenile.
Yeah,
Um,
that's not going to work for a lot of those people. You come on now, come on.
yeah.
Have you learned nothing here today, Griffey?
I'll,
Have you learned
I'll,
nothing?
I'll make a special attempt to draw a dick and then color it in. I
That
mean,
would be
no,
glorious.
yeah,
Glorious.
no, it doesn't help taking credit for other people's artwork just because I colored it in with crayons.
Then we'll get Stella to crochet little vag cushions and we'll sell them as merch.
Yes. And on them it will say, immerse yourself in we.
If you see any poo, you're in trouble.
You're at the wrong hole.
Yep, terrible things are happening. But thank you very much, everybody. I'm glad that you were all here. I hope I did hit all the points. I really tried to make it as basic as feckin' possible, and it was painful at times for all of us because I think most of us could have condensed a lot of that in about 15 minutes. But for the crack screenshot team, we know they're not exactly smart, to be honest. And again, that's not a question of anyone's professional qualifications, more a comment on the fact that if they can't understand what is written in a chat and somehow misinterpret that to be a personal attack on Brandy Neal, then I don't know what to tell you. There are so many places, so many creators who are on the internet, both on YouTube, Facebook, every other streaming platform there is that talk about true crime and Michael Vaughan's case. And even the people who are supportive hopefully have enough critical thinking to explore all the possibilities. And if Purple can't understand that her shitty behaviour and the shitty people that she surrounds Brandy Neal with will influence how the public see Brandy Neal, no amount of dick pics are going to fix it.
Yeah, sad but true.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. So, on that
Mm.
happy note, we're going to call it a day. Sorry that took so long, but again, I appreciate your patience. And hopefully, you'll still go away singing Shut Up Your Face.
What's
Because,
the matter, you? Hey,
hey,
got no respect. What do you think you do? Why
hey,
are you looking so sad? It's a not so bad. It's a nicer place. Ah, shut up in your face.
um, just as we were talking about Chris with the hand gestures, just so that you are all on the same page, I was playing an imaginary accordion while Griffey was singing that. If only you could have heard it, I swear to God. And I'm like, what am I even doing? This is what I'm doing now. Now that we've got this far into this thing, this seems like a far better idea than listening to any more of Purple playing the imaginary accordion. Well done, me. Well done. Well done. This is why I will not have a camera on. God only knows what you would all see. Okay, so I love you all. Thank you all for coming. If you could all do the YouTubey things, like, share, subscribe, do all the things, go and visit Circle Jerks whenever they make a little turn around the block, go and visit the lovely Griffey. And with a bit of luck, you'll see me a little bit sooner than you did the last time.
Well,
Because
that
I'm
all depends if somebody has a red hot fire poker that I can borrow. I just need to stick it in the cupboard in the closet so that I can poke wee on her wee furry hiney
I was so
so that she.
worried about where that was going there. I was a wee bit frightened.
Oh no, I won't hit the wrong hole. I have quite good aim.
That's what you said the last time.
Well, oops.
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. And I'm going to kick you all out. Please be safe on the YouTube streets. And I would tell you to not do anything that I wouldn't do, but considering I'm such a wicked evil bitch, it leaves quite a lot of room for maneuver. Even Frank would be able to have a whale of a time. So yeah, just try to conduct yourselves appropriately. And remember, the screenshot team are always on the prowl. I don't know, Stars, because I talked so long in order to make that all make sense in some way that I have completely overshot the time that I thought we would be finished by. So, and you'll notice that despite the late hour, Griffey is still awake.
Yeah.
Again, another thing that Purple can't fucking manage, but sure, not to worry about that.
Well, there is one place you guys can go, except it won't be now. It would be like an hour and 30 minutes from now. Pooh is going live.
Yay! I'm sorry, Pooh, that I completely overran. I didn't mean to. No, it
You
was
did
I
you
didn't.
didn't overrun, dear. She's starting at 3 a.m. my time, which would be what, 1 a.m. your time.
Yeah, well, I think to be fair, we can excuse you and put you on the replay crew. I think that's allowed, to be honest.
Yes,
Okay?
I
I
will most
love you very
definitely
much,
do.
everybody. Yeah, go and visit Pooh, because Pooh puts in a lot of work into their streams. They do amazing work at collating all of the tunes. It's such a nice, happy, chill vibe that if you're awake at that point, no, there's no gay pirates. Well, there might be gay
Sadly.
pirates. I can't promise that. I'm not Purple. I'm not going to state absolute facts that may or may not be bullshit. There could be gay pirates. There could well be gay pirates. But until then, just behave yourselves. And the lovely Pooh will be around in a little bit. So,
Yes.
see you all later, everybody. Thank you very much. Love you lots.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
One of these days are coming, I'm gonna take that boy's crown. There's a serpent in these still waters, lying deep down. To that king I will bow, at least for now. One of these days are coming, I'm gonna take that boy's crown. 'Cause I am a little wicked, I am, 'cause I am. Hands raised, just like it said. I am a little wicked. No one calls you honey when you're sitting on a throne. I'll be high up in that tower, he'll be down there getting stoned. Beware the patient woman, 'cause this much I know. No one calls you honey when you're sitting on the throne. 'Cause I am A little wicked, I am, yes I am. Hands up, just like Chris said, I am a little wicked. No one calls you honey when you're sitting on a throne. No one calls you honey when you're sitting on a throne.